A couple of days ago, it was confirmed the Journey will be coming back to FIFA 18. It'll be the Journey Season 2, and in FIFA 18, we'll be continuing where we did leave off in FIFA 17 The Journey. The Journey did end on a cliffhanger on FIFA 17. People were discussing a possible DLC, but EA Sports a couple of days ago did confirm FIFA 18 and did confirm with FIFA 18 that The Journey will be continued. In my opinion, FIFA 17 The Journey was such a great game mode. It's the first time EA have ever done something like this, and they did it very, very well. But also with that, there comes some negatives. So with that news, I've already given you guys the things that I want in manager mode, my player mode, ultimate team, and now I'm going to give you guys 10 things that I want in FIFA 18 The Journey Season 2. Number 10. Longer than one season. The Journey in FIFA 17 was one whole season with Alex Hunter. You saw him begin his career, obviously trying out to try and get into a professional club, and then when you were in that club, when you did choose your club, you did one whole season. When you did go out on loan to a specific championship team, and then obviously you went back to your Premier League team. I feel like just the game mode did end quite short. FIFA 17 The Journey was a really fun game mode. I think it was only 7 hours altogether you were able to play the game mode. That is how long the game mode did last in FIFA 17. I just feel like EA know this also. They just need to extend it a bit, make it longer than one season. Maybe Hunter gets injured for a little while and then you can continue that. But I feel like in FIFA 18 The Journey, EA Sports need to make The Journey, the whole game mode, longer than just one season. Number 9. Playing for the national team. In FIFA 17 The Journey, it did end on a cliffhanger like I've already said. The cliffhanger was Hunter set for Shock England call-up. Yes, that is how The Journey did end in FIFA 17, with news that Alex Hunter possibly could be making his way into the England national team, and I feel like to start Season 2 of The Journey in FIFA 18, it will be a perfect pathway from FIFA 17 The Journey. You continue that straight into FIFA 18 The Journey Season 2, where you, Alex Hunter, will be pushing into the England team. I just feel like it'll be awesome if they just continue, obviously, from FIFA 17 all the way to FIFA 18, playing for the national team. I really feel like EA should also do a bit of a performance tryout where if you don't play good, say in the friendly games, you don't actually get called up to play for the whole England national side. Maybe Hunter, he's obviously young, maybe he can play for the under 21s for England. Like I said, Alex Hunter is young, and maybe he can play for the under 21s England team, and then if he does do well in that and say you play well in your games, then he'll be called up to the full England national team. But straight away, we need to continue that storyline that did end on a cliffhanger in FIFA 17 The Journey. We need to continue that in FIFA 18, and Hunter set for Shock England call-up. It would be awesome if you were able to play for the national team. Number 8. Playing in a variety of positions. In FIFA 17 The Journey, you had the options of playing in 4 positions: striker, cam, left winger or right winger. I feel like if EA could just change this up a bit, maybe allow us, the players, to choose exactly what position we want to use for Hunter. It would be awesome if we could use Hunter as a defender. I know that these positions aren't going to be the most popular positions where you guys would want to even use Hunter. Maybe even in the goalkeeper position, that'll be pretty cool. But playing as a CDM, it isn't going to be the most chosen positions, but I just feel like if EA could just add this into the game, it would give the game even more depth. And if you want to choose, hey, maybe you're not going to play as a cam in this game, the manager wants you to play as a CDM for the upcoming game. I just feel like that'll be a nice addition into the game, and playing in a variety of positions. Maybe the manager needs you in different positions. I feel like that'll be a nice addition into the game, allowing us, the players, to choose exactly which position we want Hunter to play in. Number 7, more dialogue. This is another problem that I did face in the FIFA 17 Journey, especially after your games. After your games, when you are getting interviewed from the reporter, there are 3 options obviously that always came up, and I felt like after every game, every time you especially did a man of the match performance, you always got asked the same questions, and you always had the 3 options which were the same after every single time. Pretty much just talking about the manager, or talking about your team, talking about your goal, how you assisted that goal, and those sort of things. And I feel like if there's just a bit more dialogue that EA could implement into the game, it'll make it even better. Like I said, this did get repetitive quite throughout when you were playing the Journey, especially when you did play well. You're getting asked the same question and you're only able to answer with the same responses. But I feel like EA, they know this as well. I feel like they know deep down that they need to change up about the dialogue when it comes to Hunter answering questions. After game match press conferences are awesome in the game. I want this in my player, I want this in manager mode, but I feel like EA, if they just change up the dialogue, give more depth in the dialogue, give more options for the players to actually use when you are answering questions from the press, would be awesome. Number 6, replying to social media messages. Social media was a great addition into the journey. When you take a look at your mentions and the trending, you can see what people are actually saying about Alex Hunter, about the way you're playing with him, and just throughout the storylines also, see what other people are saying about you, obviously Alex Hunter, and seeing what their opinions are. But I feel like in the journey, one thing that was lacking was Alex Hunter to be able to actually answer his critics, those that actually talk down to Alex Hunter, those that show him support. It would be awesome maybe if we had a like feature or a comment feature, or maybe even a retweet feature. This is like a Twitter and you have your mentions and everything, but I feel like if we have the addition to actually answer our critics or answer those that are talking about Alex Hunter, maybe like the press conferences, we can have maybe 3 options where we could choose to actually answer mentions that we do see, and especially with the trending. But I feel like EA with the mentions, if we could just be able to answer those that are talking about Alex Hunter, that'll be a nice addition into the game. Number 5, new cutscenes. This one is pretty much a given. EA obviously are going to redo the cutscenes or change up the cutscenes for Season 2 with the different storylines, but some new cutscenes throughout the game would be very, very nice. And the cutscenes in FIFA 17, the journey, were awesome. That is the one thing that really did stand out when I was playing the game. EA did so well with the cutscenes in the game, whether that's you talking to the manager or you talking to Gaz Walker, it made it feel really, really important. And new cutscenes in the game, completely new cutscenes, would be a very nice addition and something that I'm expecting EA to do. Number 4, longer storylines. Now the storylines in FIFA 17 The Journey were awesome. When you had that storyline with Alex Hunter and his dad, and he finally sees his dad after a while. Obviously there was a storyline with the dad and the mum where Alex did talk about him a bit. There was a storyline with Alex Hunter and his grandfather, also the storyline of Alex Hunter and Gaz Walker, but I felt like it just ended too short. We saw Gaz Walker before Hunter did go out on loan. When we came back from his loan spell, Gaz Walker had already left the team that you were at. And I just felt like there was just a massive gap where you didn't see Gaz Walker or Hunter interact at all before, I think it was a game in the Premier League or the game in the FA Cup final when you do make it. But I feel like longer storylines, EA just need to make these storylines longer. That comes with making the journey more than one season. If you make the journey more than one season, then you can have these long-winded storylines, and I feel like longer storylines in the game would make it even better. Like I said, that's to do with the game only being one season in FIFA 17. That is one of the reasons why we couldn't see those huge long storylines, but I feel like making the game longer will allow longer storylines in FIFA 18 The Journey Season 2. Number 3, choices change storylines. Especially when you are getting interviewed from the press, the choices that you make when you are talking, when you are giving your answers, I really feel like should change the storyline and how that storyline is going to progress in the game. If EA could have different branches in their storyline, for example, if you give an answer that the storyline is not going, it can completely turn around. Say for example, if you're in a heated rivalry with one of your teammates and then you go ahead in the media and change your opinion on that teammate, the actual storyline with you and your teammate, the heated rivalry, could change for the better, that sort of thing. I feel like if EA could, even though storylines are great in FIFA 17 The Journey, I feel like we as the players need to choose where that storyline is going to go. If you only have one full storyline in the game or one path with the storyline, it could get quite boring. But if we had different choices, would change different storylines, that'll mean my storyline will be different to yours. I'll take a different path in my storyline based on the choices that I do choose. So if I choose, say, an answer that you didn't choose, that means my storyline is going to be going in a completely different path compared to yours because of the choices that you have made. I think I'm making sense here, and let me know down below if you guys will like this. So the choices that you make with Alex Hunter is the path that your storyline will take, and like I said, with people making different choices, whether that's from post-game interviews, whether that's in the locker room with your players, the choices that you make with Alex Hunter, that's going to change how your storyline does go. Number 2, being transferred to different teams. Now we did see this in FIFA 17 The Journey when you did go out on loan. I think it was around the January transfer window in the game. Being transferred to different teams would be a very nice addition into the journey. Yet again, I'm not sure if they can do this. Obviously, EA, when you do start the journey, you actually choose which team that you want to play for, which team that you want to be in the Premier League club, obviously. But it would be a nice addition if, say, you're not playing too well, your team actually transfers you. No, not going out on loan that we did see in FIFA 17 The Journey. In FIFA 18 The Journey, EA, instead of going out on loan, it would be a nice addition if the club that you are at actually transfers you to a completely different club and you got to go to that club. And making Alex Hunter being transferred to another team would be also a realistic addition. If Hunter's not playing well, hey, you're gonna have to leave and you're gonna be transferred out of the club. Number 1, playing in other leagues. You guys probably did see this from the thumbnail. Alex Hunter in a Bayern Munich kit. The one thing that I feel like the journey was lacking is the realism that there isn't any other leagues beyond the Premier League. It was just the Premier League, FA Cup, and I think even the EFL Cup in the journey in FIFA 17. There was no other league that you could go to. EA do have the rights to the Bundesliga, and it would be nice if when you are playing as Alex Hunter, you could be transferred to another team in another league. I understand how this cannot work out because there's so many players in the world and then you're going to have to bring them in, and obviously with the storylines in the game it would be quite difficult, but playing in other leagues with Alex Hunter would be a very nice addition. EA could implement it depending, like I said, it would be quite difficult, but I feel like if EA, they could do it. Playing in other leagues, if they want to do it, they could do it, and I feel like bringing Alex Hunter to a league in Germany, bringing him to a league in France, bringing him into the La Liga would be a very, very nice addition. Obviously, in the journey, it's only in the Premier League, but it would be awesome in FIFA 18 that we could branch out into other leagues with Alex Hunter. But that is the 10 things that I want in FIFA 18 The Journey Season 2. Like I said, this did get confirmed about a week ago now that the journey will be coming back in FIFA 18. There's going to be no FIFA 17 DLC. It's all going to be in FIFA 18 where we do continue what's going to happen with Alex Hunter. We are all going to have to wait and find out. If you guys did enjoy this video, make sure to go ahead and drop a like rating, drop a comment down below. What are the 10 things that you want in FIFA 18 The Journey? Subscribe if you are new to the channel. Check out all my other videos for FIFA 18, the things that I want in manager mode, my player, and ultimate team. And I'll see you all on my next video.